huge concave outside of it. So if someone wants to do a sentry-heavy push against it, it is unbelievably hard to hold. Sometimes you even see people go for a Robo before the Nexus so they can really hit a strong attack with an Immortal and whatnot.
Thanks for coming down, guys. Hope you're enjoying the games.
Oh, they are.
Oh my God, they so are. No, I think that what you were saying is completely correct, Artosis. This is like a map where you definitely can get a serious push in here and really punish the guy. So we might end up with a funny situation where they're both staying on one base for a little bit. Then again, knowing SOS, sometimes he's that guy that'll just get the base up anyways and know some kind of weird workaround for how to outlast his opponent.
Totally could be. And in fact, it's like, it's so obvious that very strong attacks can happen in the natural that the meta can shift away from that because everyone prepares for it. So if they're preparing for an attack that's never going to come and you weren't even getting ready to do that attack, you're going to be ahead in that way. So obviously there's a huge range of what these two guys could be going for. And as these Cybernetics scores finish up, we're going to get to see what it is.
So we got the probe headed southbound right now. SOS is going to be getting the first scout off and now running into the main. Once again, we have 2 Adepts versus 2 Stalkers here.
Yeah.
And it's Hero going for the 2 Stalkers and SOS going for the 2 Adepts. Now, I mean, there's a lot of variations you can take the game into from here.
Yeah.
So I don't want to call anything too soon, but at least for now, it seems like they're sticking with the builds they used in game number 1.
Yeah, you know, this is just kind of their styles. Hero really, you know, he's always been known for having great blink. Stalker micro, he just likes Stalkers overall, so it's going to allow him to kind of play that early game defensive position against these Adepts, but he's sending them out right now. What he's doing is looking for incoming Adepts so that he can push them back, but SOS knew this would probably happen and is going around the other side.
Yeah, he's moving over there right now.
Yeah, look at that probe, by the way. That is waiting for Adepts to try to sneak in so he can just stop them dead in their tracks.
The probe is actually working out right now. He's got 100 more reps to that movement, and he's going to be in good shape. Okay, so he sees the Adepts coming out now. Okay, good interception here by Hero. Now he wants to bruise that past shields, ideally. He knows, obviously, it's probably going to just get away with that shade. Meanwhile, these 2 Adepts are actually going to chase his probe, and they should just, they just get it, no problem.
All right, well, you know, this is just kind of the dance you see in early game PvP. A lot of Adepts running around, the Stalkers chasing them. Looks like Hero's getting the upper hand of this just slightly, dealing a lot of damage to the Adepts. The Adepts haven't been able to truly scout anything out yet. But both players going into Robos, pretty common thing to see on this map.
Uh-oh. He's actually just run up here with these 2 Stalkers, and SOS seems to be caught a bit off guard. Nice job there. Does not end up losing that Mothership core, but does back off. Got to be careful, though, because that's the only Mothership core he's going to have for a while here. So if there's another big engage and that gets shot down, that could be really bad, you know?
Yeah, totally. Like, you want that energy on there. You don't know. There could be an Oracle coming in or something, and if you don't have that energy, you're going to take a lot of damage. But right now, Hero pushing with 4 Stalkers, and against people who make a lot of Adepts, something like this can be good. But notice Hero's not even mining from his natural yet. He's got that pylon going up because without these Stalkers at home, Adepts could deal lots of damage.
Okay, this is going very bad right now for SOS. He's going to lose. It looks like at least 1 Adept. No! My God.
Yeah, but this
the laser didn't connect, man.
That was some good pressure there by Hero. And I mean, so far these guys are playing fantastic games, both of them.
This is actually kind of a funny game here because we have both of them making War Prisms right now.
Yeah. We're probably just going to see a couple of Adept drops going on, but the type of army that we see SOS making, he can actually go for a push, and in fact, I think he's going to, Tasteless.
And we have a Dark Shrine coming here for Hero. Now, this is a much faster Dark Shrine than the last game, which may catch SOS off guard. I'm sorry, is there an Observer? Do we have an Observer out here for SOS?
SOS is making one right now. He made Immortal
but
and then Prism.
He's got nothing else here. Okay.
Yeah, so what he's doing is this push that we were talking about, right? He's got the quick Immortal, he's got some Force Fields. So he's going to try to bust through this natural, and he might be able to do it.
Yeah, now he has to keep the Immortal alive, and he has to keep the War Prism alive. But if he does that, unfortunately not able to pick off that last Stalker over there.
The 2 Force Fields, not quite what he was looking for. Of course, there are going to be some overcharges to slow him down here.
Okay, so he wants to take his time. He wants to get some good warp ins. Now, it's very tough for Hero to actually get out and get that Immortal. But that Immortal is going to have to be doing damage there in the bag. All right, he's now going for this pylon. Looks like the pylon will go down. We have a second pylon up here. He needs to do another warping round. Oh, there's something. Just getting that gateway is another little victory.
Yeah, this is going pretty well for him, but don't forget there's a prism across the map. Is he making it another observer? Because we should have a DT warping coming up. Okay, he sees the Dark Shrine warping in. Very important moment right there.
Okay. We see the first DT going to come in here, but the observer here is here just in time. Meanwhile, a second one is warping in. Now, he should have that rallied into the main, but if he does not, and it looks like the DT just comes in there. Good escape there by SOS.
Yeah, he is very much on top of what's going on here. Another force field goes down, continuing to try to break through this natural. The DT's not doing what they were purchased for.
That's
he doesn't really get much harassment done there at all, and the one that he warped in defensively did nothing as well.
Okay, but there are 2 immortals over here on the high ground for Hero. The more immortals that he gets out, as long as he can use them correctly and get them in a good spot, he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this rush that we're seeing here is actually run out of gas. Is he debating elevating this?
I think he's just going to harass lightly now. I think he realizes that this push is over.
Okay.
And, maybe he can do a little bit of dropping to gain some sort of advantage here. But when you look at what these guys have, I actually like the position of Hero here, to be honest, Tasteless. He's got a good amount of immortals, and he's already got his Dark Shrine up, which is kind of making SOS spread very thin. And SOS has made a lot of Stalkers. I don't think he's even going to get Blink this game, which makes those Stalkers not really that useful.
No, I mean, the best you could probably ask for them, besides, trading them off in a fight, would be maybe to gun down the warp prism that's coming up here. Now, the immortal is out. This is a good move here to keep, Hero pinned down. Hero's going to feel the pressure from this harassing warp prism with the immortal and not want to leave because obviously the immortal can shoot down workers very fast.
Yeah, definitely very true there, Tasteless. Do you think we're going to see like a big attack out of Hero here? I don't know. He just takes his third Nexus immediately.
I think he could have if he wanted to, but I don't think there's any need. I think he knows that he's got a better immortal count now, right? He's kind of ahead in his tech. He has the units he wants for the later part of the game coming in here. And, why not just take a third and make it SOS's problem? Now, SOS is getting 2 or 3, actually 3 DTs of his own.
Yeah, that's really kind of tricky too, isn't it?
Well, this is, the DT tech in this whole series so far has been very interesting.
Yeah, well, they're using them in really intelligent ways. Like, this is kind of like a Cloaked Banshee after your opponent goes Cloaked Banshee. Like, you kind of don't even expect DTs right now because it's either early game tech or late game tech. And this is very much mid game. So the fact that he's trying to get something done, I really appreciate this kind of tricky move from SOS.
Okay, now is he going to go for this probe?
Oh, he might be going for sentries, or no, he's just going to run right by.
Now, he's going to hit 3 places at once. Now, he sees that the army here is pretty threatening. I'm sorry, did that DT get over there? Is that in the natural?
I think it walked past.
There.
Okay, those ones were dropped.
Yeah, those are dropped.
Oh, God, that pylon, Tasteless. It's powering so much. Oh, my God. In control pylon.
There's no word for that pylon, and I can't remember the word. Okay, but actually the army might be ambushed. Nice job there gunning down that.
1920 probes dead. 21 probes dead right now. That is ridiculous. We didn't get to see that at all. The Observer
there
missing
it was.
this, but that DT that ran by the Observer into the natural. Holy crap.
Oh, my God, and he gets the Warp Prism, so even a follow-up attack is not really an option here. Yeah, it was the one DT. Now, SOS intelligently hit 3 locations at once while focusing that pylon, which really consumed a lot of the attention there from Hero. He had a DT with at least over 20 kills down there that got those workers. The other kills on the workers probably somewhere else, but Hero is going to go for it. This is a critical moment in this game.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to break him here, though. Great force fields, keeping those Immortals as back as he possibly can. Even his Stalker's getting good value here, and this is a perfect hold here from SOS.
Yeah, I think it's it. GG SOS.
Wow.
You never count SOS out, man. He can always win against anybody, anytime. Really impressive showing. I actually...
Super strong.
Every game, no matter what the situation, he just kind of knows how to handle it. The DT drop there, unpowering those pylon, that one pylon I should say, and then getting in there, killing those workers. And immediately, when SOS realized it was going to work, he just ran back.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, I got it. I basically won. I'm just going to play it safe. Hero knows, okay, I got to do something now. I can't just go back and keep making workers and hope for some reason SOS is going to get behind, because it's SOS. He's not going to get behind unless you force him to get behind. And he won that game. That means Hero has to win 3 games in a row to win this. SOS only has to win one.
That's right, and SOS getting closer and closer to that GSL Code S Finals. I mean, there is a real chance here that he wins the whole thing and goes wins BlizzCon again. He's just like, oh, guys, why'd you even doubt? I'm SOS.
Yeah. When are you guys going to get used to the fact that I'm the greatest player?
Yeah.
We are going to go to Rakshir. You can really see the pressure on Hero right now. He's been playing good games, but SOS is always 2 or 3 steps ahead. Even when Hero, one of his plans goes well, already SOS has devised a way to engineer a comeback. I mean, he's playing really, really well. And we're going to go right into this right now. Guys, tell your friends to join us. This is Game 3, Hero versus SOS. In the upper left, in the blue.
CJ Entis, Hero.
And in the bottom right, in the red, winning the first 2 games.
Jin Air Green Wings, SOS.
You ever have this feeling, Artosis? And, you know, we've been casting these guys for years now, but this always happens from time to time, and I kind of stopped doing it, I think, around this year. Welcome to the studio, brother. Thanks for coming down. Where we'll say, I don't know. I mean, it should be pretty close. SOS is good, but so is his opponent. And then after the series is like halfway through, I'm thinking, why do I do that every time we cast him? Because
well, people always underestimate him because of his style, and his style is not the type of style that will give you endless results all year, but it is the type of style that can absolutely destroy someone when he's on. You know, like it takes like a player like Innovation, let's say, right? Like with superior mechanics to just consistently get the wins. Yes, I know Innovation isn't doing that right now, but that's the type of style. And so a lot of people will look at that and be like, well, of course he's going to crush him. But then you look at SOS and it's like, well, this guy is going to have ups and downs because of how he plays, but his ups are going to be higher than basically anyone.
Well, it's funny, too, because like I was talking to my brother about SOS a while back, but like SOS does make...
You were talking to your brother about SOS? That's mine and your thing. Like, what? Oh, my God.
Affair here.
Day 9,
what do you mean you're talking
back,
to the other
bro.
old-school StarCraft player about the game? But it's just like, you know, it's not even like SOS controls the best or like that, you know, his macro's the best. It's just that he kind of gets the game better than everybody else. He seems like he's almost about a year or 2 ahead. That's especially why people don't like playing him on new maps. Is it's like, he's going to see some weird stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't practiced. And speaking of, you know, weird stuff, we got the double gate over here.
Yeah.
Is that a full wall?
That's a full wall.
Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. Did he not make from it, though?
Yeah, no, he didn't make from it. He got the wall. And this is actually something that the Freaka team was using a little bit, where you go for the 2 gates, but then you don't make anything out of them, and get the much faster Nexus than your opponent. Look how quick his Nexus is here. It's really, really, I mean, it's almost halfway done now, and Hero hasn't started his own.
And so the reason why this can work, guys, is because you actually wall off that entrance.
Yeah, you wall it off, and I mean, by the time units get over there as well, he's going to have a couple units of his own.
Like, what are you going to do? You're going to damage my buildings?
Yeah.
That's okay. They actually have a lot of hit points, their buildings. And then your Nexus is done. And later on, you just kill that pylon and replace it with another one behind it.
Yeah.
And you're ahead. It's kind of funny looking, but it works.
And look at the build orders, right? His Nexus is finishing before Heroes is halfway done, and he was able to go immediately into Blink here. So he's going to have a massive amount of units, whereas with Hero, it's like he's kind of playing safe, right? He's making an Immortal or a Sentry. He's got a later Nexus. None of that is really going to help him that much. Like, I really like SOS's position here.
Yeah, and it seems like he's going to set up for a pretty aggressive Blink play here. Also getting that Robo with that to spot. And while Hero's trying to play catch-up, SOS can probably skewer him with a pretty brutal attack.
Like, I think he's just going to go for a massive Blink attack, right?
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm seeing.
Prism and just countless Stalkers, right? And even though there's already an Immortal out, the mobility of these Stalkers in this early game and the fact that he's going to have a Prism, that's going to be very tough to deal with. Like, he's controlling the complete pace of this game.
Okay, so he's peeking in here. Hero looks in there and goes, oh, God, I'm really behind right now. But he is going to try to do this attack. Now, this is a great way to exploit SOS's position here from Hero because these buildings are on the outside. And with Whoops.
I was going to say, I'm like, I don't think that reaches the gates.
Yeah. And maybe he can actually shave off these buildings here and delay this. Nice peeking in again.
Yeah, that could be a good move. But if Blink is about to finish, Prism on the way. And, you know, the thing is, if Hero is attacking and Blink finishes, suddenly he might lose his entire army because you can't really run from Blink very efficiently.
Now, here's something else to note. He's not seeing the other Stalkers. Oh, I think he saw him now, but a little bit ago he hadn't. Now, I'm sorry, where's that Warp Prism, Artosis?
It's going towards the main base, I think, and it
I
has
actually
a couple
can't
of
see
depths
it on
in
our mini-map.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, it's by the army.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay,
Okay, here we go. Going to try to come in here. Nice force fields, but a good pickup. You know that, obviously the Warp Prism, great, not just as a unit that can warp in, reinforcements, but also as a tool to evacuate units when you do get in a bad position.
Yeah, we've seen more and more of that too, right? Like a lot of Protosses are just utilizing the Warp Prism as if all their units have Blink nowadays.
Yeah. Okay, he's doing some more warp-ins. I think he's, oh, good game sense here. Hold on. We have this attack happening here. Oh!
Oh, my God.
Is he going to get it?
Wow. That could have been like a game-ending snipe right there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Hero just barely
gets out. Did he
hallucinate
a Colossus back there, by the way?
Yeah,
that was pretty cute.
Yeah. That's, units just always auto-attack hallucinate Colossus. I've seen a lot of Protosses starting to mix that in.
So, Hero's backing up now. The SOS, I think, taking some room to breathe here. Says, all right, I'll take another base. And,
it's a Colossus.
Look out. Oh, it's not real. I thought I just got a big win there. So, I think SOS is going to take... Actually, no, he's not going to take a third, I think, because he's getting the Warp Prism right now, and he's getting the Adepts. So, does he... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was wrong. He is taking a third. Never mind.
And then he cancels it, and Taste is like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I can't cast this anymore. Then he makes the Nexus again, and I'm like, dude. So,
but look, I guess what happened here really is Hero's pressure kept SOS back when he would have liked to attack, and now he is going to pressure, but it's not really as massive an attack as it could have been.
Well, he's keeping Hero off of second base while he's doing this. He had enough Stalkers with Blink that, he can kind of be the guy that puts the pressure on. That's unfortunate that the Warp Prism gets spotted here.
Yeah.
It looks like the Warp Prism is actually going to be used to try to warp into the main, while these Stalkers at the bottom here can run up and try to shoot the Nexus. Now, there is some trickery going on here with Hero as well. He has Adepts out there. As you can see with these Immortals here, he can't really ever engage this. What was that he just killed?
Observer.
Oh, okay. Got the Observer. Back there.
Kind of a cool kill there. He may as well. Now, Prism comes in with a couple of Adepts. Does force another Nexus Cannon. Just going to fly out. Glaive's going to be done for both sides here.
Yep.
And like you were saying, Tasteless, he's kept Hero off of a third base, and that is a really, really big deal. His third Nexus is already done.
Pressure is really mounting right now on Hero. He's going to have to do something. SOS, it seems like so far, has outmaneuvered him again.
Yeah, in like every way
You can't even get into mid-game against SOS without him being like several points ahead of you in a lot of different areas. Now, Hero is going to take the longer game. I think that's probably wise, just knowing how these other games have gone against SOS. He's going to try to expand himself and weather the storm.
Yeah.
But SOS is like, okay, this is totally weird. They're both attacking each other, but SOS is totally out of position. He needs to get the rest of his army over here, like now.
Yeah, that is quite a big army here from Hero. A big shade forward, and if Hero can pick that off, it would be big, but he does have to back up for now.
Is he going to sack it?
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, now, here's the question. Can he kill this whole army before it gets home? Will Hero be able to get home with this army?
I think, well, he can
kill the whole
stop
army,
the
he can win
Immortals.
the game.
Oh! The Immortal gets the Warp Prism.
Yeah, and Hero right now is just shocked. He looks so sad. SOS sitting up straight. Great posture as he looks to take this 3-0.
Now, Hero trying to buy time, sends his Adepts back through here, but he's going to end up going through this gauntlet of damage that Hero can set up here with ease. But he's trying to make pylons to block these off so they can't get as far away. Does shave off some of that. Meanwhile, the Adepts of SOS are in pursuit.
And he's going to pick up some more free kills right there as the Adepts are trying to run home. But SOS is up in 20 army supply right now, but he doesn't have his third base. So, again, he has to go attack. This is kind of similar to what we saw from Game 1 on King Sejong Station.
I think they're just going to keep trying to knock off the third base here. I guess he could try to go for a kill here. I mean, he can take a risk if he wants to because he's ahead in
I think
2 wins
I like attacking the third just because it's like either you kill the third or they come to fight you. So like, that would be like going for the kill anyways. Okay, a lot of adepts being sent up right now. Does cancel that shade, goes into this third base, and yeah, Hero's just going to have to give that up. There's no way.
Okay, no, but he wants to engage. He wants to engage here. Now, you can use that Nexus and that ridge over there on the right to make it so that most of these units don't have the surface area to attack in here.
Yeah, this is not going to work out very well. A huge shade on top of everything by SOS as he looks to clean this up with a very fast 3-0.
Unbelievable. SOS just gets it, man. Look at this.
So well done. Great build orders, great attacks, micro, macro, everything from SOS tonight, showing that he is not ready to hang it up yet this season.
Wow. And Hero has been outclassed. SOS wins 3-0. What in the hell is going on?
Yeah, man.
We did it again. We're like, I don't know who's going to win. I think it could be pretty close.
Someone was like, did you know SOS, the prize pool BlizzCon is even bigger than before? He's like, wait, what? How do I get in? They're like, well, you have to win a GSL. He's like, well, I've never done that, but you know what? Okay.
So what you're saying is win the hardest tournament in the world.
He's like, okay, yeah. How much prize money will I win at BlizzCon? Oh, my God.
Well, if there's one thing I like being SOS at all, it's money.
Wow, just a stunning performance from SOS.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe how one-sided that was. And the thing is, too, Hero did a good job. It wasn't like Hero was just getting wrecked. Like, don't be confused because you see a 3-0 that it's like, wow, Hero never stood a chance. I mean, Hero was like doing a lot of good moves and actually balancing the game out, occasionally even getting in a lead himself. But SOS, he just knows how to maneuver a game. Yeah. He knows how to win no matter what. And we're going to go to an interview and see what his thoughts are. So our first player to advance to the semifinals is SOS. Congratulations. Yep, thank you.
오늘 정말 멋진 3대0 승리입니다. 먼저 소감 들어볼게요.
So you got a 3-0 victory today. How do you feel? I really practiced hard for today's match. I also know Hero trained really hard as well. I actually thought it was going to be a much more close series, but my builds just ended up overpowering him.
또 이렇게 껄끄러운 상대인데 3대0의 스코어가 나오다니 정말 대단한 것 같아요. 오늘 경기 1, 2, 3경기 다 어떠셨어요? 상대에게 위축된 적이 없던 것 같은데.
위축된 적은 없었는데 제가 1경기 하면서
I never thought I was going to lose a game where in each of the 3 sets. But my mouse sensitivity felt a little bit off, so I had to adjust that after the first set.
승리를 거둬가지고 다음 경기부터는 좀 프리스타일로 할 수 있었던 것 같아요.
But I also think I did get a little bit lucky with some of the builds used today.
김준호 선수에게는 이제 남은 마지막 기회였어요. 그래서 올인을 선택했고 사실 그걸 막기에 힘든 황혼의 에테크를 타고 있었거든요. 그 3세트를 이길 수
So we saw Hero go for that all-in build back there. Why do you think you're able to hold that off?
이 빌드를 오늘 딱 바꿔서 했었는데 그냥 수비하기 괜찮더라고요. 제가 큰 입구를 막았기 때문에. 그래서 다행히
The build that I used in the third set was a really good build for defense.
하기 전에 김준호 선수에게
I was able to lock out that big area at the ramp.
그래도 김유진 선수에게 좀 많이 이제 빚진 게 있었다고 했는데 그래도 김유진 선수가 김준호 선수 도와주면서 빚 다 갚지 않았어요? 하고 물어보니까 아직 1억 정도 갚으려면 멀었어요. 이렇게 이야기하시더라고요. 약간 좀 미안해지거나 아니면 좀 애틋한 마음 이런 거 있으세요?
So do you feel sorry for taking Hero out like that? I know you guys are good friends.
그렇죠.
잘하는 선수라서 그냥 미안한 마음보다는 라이벌 같은 느낌? 그리고
Yeah, look, he's a good player, and he's definitely won enough tournaments for me to feel bad. I think I might be taking him out after this tournament, after this match. Well, now this match is done, and bringing him to a good restaurant.
볼 수 있었던 저희도 즐거웠는데요. 자, 이제 김유진 선수의 다음 4강 상대 잠시 후에 그 선수를 가리는 경기가 펼쳐집니다.
Your next opponent is going to be determined soon.
자, 김명식 선수와 고병재 선수 대결입니다. 누가 올라오길 바라세요?
Myunshik versus Gumiho. Who do you want to face?
다 게임 좀 지저분하게 하는 스타일이라서 저도 좀 지저분하게 하거든요.
네.
They both have a dirty style of play in StarCraft 2.
재밌게 할수
They've definitely got their own unique style, and they definitely have their own unique strategies.
불리는 선수들인데 과연 누가 그 주인공이
I think that match is going to be fine for me, but I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to win that as well.
무대입니다. 거기서 프로리그 결승도
네.
있잖아요.
네.
앞으로 이곳에서 참 중요한 경기들이 기다리고 있는데 가고
So
들어볼게요.
the finals will be at Children's Grand Park.
지금
Pro League finals will also be there.
앞두고도 팀에서 개인 리그 배려를 많이 해줬어요. 그래서 이렇게 연습 열심히
Yep, even though we have a Pro League finals match there,
네.
감사드리고
네.
my teammates are definitely helping me train for this individual league as well. I just want to say thanks to my teammates.
그렇죠. 자 프로리그에서도
And we're
또
hoping
GSL에서도
we win Pro
멋진
League and
김희재
then,
선수의 행보를
I
기대하고
win the
있겠습니다.
individual
다시
tournament.
한번 오늘 승리 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
네.
All right, so that's going to do it for the interview.
자 이렇게 첫 번째
We might have to, like,
진출자 진에어
You mix it up even with these interviews. What if I change voices? If I have like a Geary voice, like, do you think you're gonna win the match in the finals? He's like, I certainly hope so. I have trained hard, but I would still give myself a D- for my gameplay today.
That would be a Mario
Anything to
interview
say to
right
your
there.
fans? I hope to show good games. Please cheer for me.
Fun games. All right. Well, 3-0.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy, pretty fast. I
Well-
think Gumyo versus Myungshik will
I don't-
probably be closer than that.
I think that's supposed to go to Game 5.
Oh.
Between those two, I think that's going to be an even fight. Also a tough one to call. But, wow, SOS just dominated, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he wants this win really badly, and
Yeah.
he's going to have to set up a tent over at Children's Grand Park, man, because he's going to be doing the Pro League finals. He's
That's
going
right.
to be probably winning the GSL. And, I mean, he's going to have so many autographs to sign after that, he's not going to be able to go home for a
That's
long
right.
time.
We are going to go to a short break. When we come back, we'll go on to our next best of 5 in tonight's GSL Code S. Stay tuned.
봄꽃책에서 듣다. 있는 그대로 맑고 깨끗하게 피어나라고 겨울을 이겨낸 봄꽃이 내게 말했다. 맑고 깨끗한 칠성사이다.
신세계. Everyday 냠냠냠냠 유기요.
대결의 룰을 아십니까? 승리한 자는 패배한 자의 트로피를 뺏습니다. 그리고 그의 자존심까지도. 클래시 로얄.
인형이 너의 슬픔을 씻어줄 것이다. RPG의 검은 획을 긋다. 크라이.
내 뒤에서 먼지나 먹으시지.
기분 째지는데?
질서와 수호를 위해서라면
마귀의 화염이
누구도 나를 막을 순 없어. 방해하겠다면 전부 부숴주지.
나는 KT 기가 인터넷. 당신과 끊김없이 게임을 즐기죠. 어디서나 우린 함께해요. 어때요? 나랑 콜라보 하실래요? 당신의 KT.
친구끼린 역시 대달통. 배달의 힘 배달통.
중요한 것은 언제나 안개에 쌓여 있다. 그저 나아갈 뿐.
메이플 스토리 2 신규 직업 소울 바인더.
오호, 물로 지금 거의 뭐 수분을 그냥 갖다 들이붓는 것 같아요. 자, 바른 쪽과 안 바른 쪽입니다. 차이 보여드릴게요. 내가 발라봤는데 개편해. 앞으로 그냥 나도 찍어 발라야 될 것 같아요. 잘 봐요. 자, 이렇게 깔끔하게 아래쪽만 다듬어도 선이 딱 살아있잖아요. 선 라인 자체가. 잠깐만. 이런 느낌이구나. 허허. 오늘 여러 가지 제품들 올리브영에서 제가 지금 제품을 받아서 사용을 해봤는데 굉장히 좋은 것 같아요. 올리브영 제품이 짱인 것 같습니다. 고맙습니다.
기가 IoT 헬스. 올레 TV 켜고 퍼팅하고 바이크 타고 체지방 체크까지 실감나게 재밌다. 기가 IoT 헬스. 김지원의 KT.
How you star?
Every day. 요기요.
네, 여러분 안녕하세요. 2016년 제주항공 모델 송중기입니다. 리프레쉬 제주예요.
답답할 때 마셔봐요 트로피카나. 상큼상큼 과일 듬뿍 스파클링.
리얼 프루트를 스파클링으로
과즙이 톡톡 쏜다. 트로피카나 스파클링.
스타일 상쾌하면 되는 거야. 상쾌함의 높이가 다르다. Stylish Sparkling Water 롯데 트래비.
오늘 나 축구원과 달리기 하러 컬러하러 왔어요. 안녕.
제주항공의 남자 승무원 김주현입니다. 제주항공 안에서 특화팀이 따로 있어요. 저희가 이제 한 달에 노선을 정해서 특정 요일에 이렇게 저희가 하는 거예요.
딴따라
네,
팀이요?
저 이제 음악 이렇게 악기 연주하는 팀도 있고요. 기내 프로포즈 해주는 그런 몰래 이렇게 남편분이 사연을 신청하셔가지고 저희가 몰래 영상 찍어서 보내드리고.
제주항공은 이벤트 회사 같은. 제주항공 색깔이다. 블루다 블루 베이비. 카메샤 안녕 안녕. 오늘 밤은 삐딱하게.
미소가 생기다. 화사함이 생기다. 건강한 하루가 생기다. pH 8.0과 풍부한 미네랄로 핑크빛 생기가 생기다. 아이시스 8.0. 이제 모두 핑크하세요.
Welcome back to the GSL Codas. If you're just now joining us, we had a really short best of 5. What time is it actually?
Let's see.
Let's actually check. It's 7:30, so we got through
an hour for a best of 5.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that included our intro as well.
Yeah.
So,
and you know Tasis is long-winded in those intros. We'd probably have gone home by now if Tasis wasn't here, but you know,
that's right.
That's the way of things.
That's the way I do it, man.
Guys, SOS just crushed Hero. It was not even close. Like, his builds were another level. Like, the thing is, Hero was making really great moves. He would have probably beaten almost every Protoss in the world there, but SOS generally has his number, and today was no different.
Now we're going to go on to Myunchik versus Gumiho. I have a very hard time calling this one.
This is a tricky one.
Myunchik's got a down and dirty style of play, but Gumiho has these tactics early on. Tactics that he didn't really have until the Cyclone was in the game. Most of the time, Gumiho was, identified as this player that just juggled so many drops. He wasn't exactly clean when he was doing it, but the other guys just wouldn't catch up. He'd eventually overcome him. Now Gumiho really gets in his opponent's face early on. He's a Rottweiler of a player.
I've been trying to think of how to describe Myunchik and his way of play and how Gumiho should play against him, and this is what I've come up with.
Yeah.
Myunchik is... well, hold on. We're going to watch a video first, and then I'll
Silence Artosis. We got to watch this thing first, then we'll talk about that.
불면자 투지탑 잘라먹으면 근데 앞전멸로
방했어요. 근데 전멸이 되면 전멸돼서 살려만 가면 되거든요. 불사도 잡아주고 매설할 수 있거든요. 지금 매설했거든요. 근데 수정 너무 무서워. 머리 다 잡으면 전멸. 그런 전혀 그렇지 않습니다. 정말 강력한 프로토스가 되어 돌아왔죠.
아니 도대체 김명식에게 무슨 일이 있다고 하냐. 지난 시의 약점으로 꼽히는 모든 부분들이 사라졌습니다. 다른 사람으로 새롭게 다시 태어났어요.
준비가 됐어요. 지뢰
들어서 그냥 끌어버리면 정면 승부예요. 저희가
아니 지뢰를 지뢰. 상대를 올려도 자주 지뢰가 다 만들었습니다.
테란의 최종병기 지뢰. 빌드마스터 고병재가 쓰면 다릅니다.
최선을 다해서 준비해오고 또 한번 참신한 빌드 한번 잘 짜보겠습니다.
나머지 있는 기운을 다 쏟아서 올인할 테니까 많이 지켜봐주고 응원해주세요.
All right, we're going to go on to the interview, and then we're going to let Artosis finish his thoughts.
Yes.
네, 4강에서 김유진 선수의 상대가 될 주인공이 이번 경기에서 가려집니다. 8강 2경기 SKT T1 김명식 선수와 MVP 치킨
The
마루
opponent of
고병재
SOS
선수의
will now be determined
안녕하세요.
by this match. This is Myungshik versus Gumio. Hello.
안녕하세요.
Hello.
네. 자, 앞서 진출한 김유진 선수가 이번 대결을 두고 지저분한 게임을 하는 선수들이다 평가를
SOS said
했습니다.
you
두 선수
you guys are
동의하는지
dirty
먼저
players with your
보고
strats.
시작하겠습니다.
Would you guys agree with that comment?
여태까지 해온 게 그러니까 뭐 부정할 수는 없는 것 같고
아, 네.
만약에 올라가서 만나게
Yeah, I do
되면은
use some cheesy builds.
그런 거 좀 조심하셔야 될 것 같아요.
그렇군요.
So you should be careful
조심하는 게
if I end
좋을
up
거다
facing him in the
이야기를 하셨는데
semifinals.
고병재 선수는 동의하세요?
네, 저도 뭐 평범하게 해선 이길 수가 없다라고 생각해서
Yeah, I guess that is a fair comment.
네.
You can't just win playing standard strats.
이상하게 할 생각인데
You have to use some unique builds in order to win.
네, 상대분이
But I
더
think
심하다
Myungshik's
이렇게
builds are cheesier and dirtier than
사실
mine.
저희는 이번 경기를 두고 테란과 프로토스의 최고의 지략가들의 만남이다 생각을 하고 있었습니다. 상대의 이 전략성, 또 이 빌드들에 대해서
So a lot of the
어떻게
fans are
평가를 하고
saying
있는지
you guys are the two
궁금하네요.
best cheesy players in the business for both races. What do you have to say to that?
유저분들이 저렇게 빌드를 잘 짜는 분들이 많이 없는데 그래도 보니까
Not many
굉장히
Terrans know how to
잘하시더라고요.
make up their own builds, but Gumio is someone who does.
네, 고병재 선수는요?
Gumio is very good at being creative.
저도 근데 준비하면서 되게 힘들었던 게
네.
너무 다양하게 하시는 것도 있고
I really had a hard time preparing for Myungshik because he does so many different types of all-ins and cheeses.
포스전만 거의 한
And honestly, I didn't get to play he didn't play a ton of PvT, so I didn't have a lot of information to research.
너무 힘들었어요.
네, 연구를 해야 되는데 그래야 이제 참신한 빌드를 짜는데 볼 게 별로 없었다 이렇게 어려움을 토로하시는데 김명식 선수는 볼 거 많았죠.
네, 아무래도 많더라고요.
그럼 준비는 잘 되셨어요?
네, 시간이 많이 없어서
So there's a lot of information online for Gumio.
준비가 잘 됐다고는 못하겠고 그냥 느낌이
I actually had a lot of videos to study and VODs to study
네.
to prepare for this.
16강에서 서로가 꺾은 상대들이 참 걸출한 선수들이었습니다. 그래서 이번 경기가 더 기대되는데요.
So you guys are both seeded against very strong players in the round of 16. Gumio, you defeated Classic, and Myungshik defeated Mario.
이렇게 상대 진영에 걸출한 선수들을 꺾은 만큼 자신감이 궁금한데 오늘 안 진다는 마인드로 오셨나요?
How confident are you today?
그냥 빨리 끝내서 가서
네.
좀 쉬고 싶다 이런 생각으로 왔어요.
와, 여유가
I think it's going to end early tonight. I want to go home early and rest. What about you, Gumio?
좀 솔직히 자신 없는 편이고 그냥 빨리 끝내서 빨리 쉬고 싶어요.
Honestly, I'm not that confident in this match.
아, 네. 고병재
I just hope to
선수는
carry
오래
this
게임을 하고
match
싶다
to the final set.
이야기하셨는데요. 자, 지략가들의 만남인 만큼 어떤 빌드, 어떤 경기가 나올지 무척 기대가 됩니다. 서로에게 따뜻한 애정의 한마디씩 하고 시작을 하죠.
Any final comments to each other
따뜻한
before we
말
start
한마디
this?
준비하시고요. 김명식 선수 먼저 들어볼까요?
오늘 재밌는 게임 부탁드립니다.
알겠습니다. 조금은
Let's
또
have some fun, Gumiho.
담담한 이야기인데 고병재 선수.
저는 그럼 좀 살살 좀 부탁드립니다.
네, 살살 좀
Go easy on
부탁드립니다.
me,
이렇게
면책.
고병재 선수의 이야기까지 들어봤는데요. 그럼 김유진 선수의 상대를 가릴 8강 2경기 지금부터
And
시작하겠습니다.
let's see who's going to be the winner. That does it. Cool. You know, it's actually kind of funny, right? Because, you know, it's SOS being like, these two guys are kind of cheesy and dirty, and I'm like, SOS. I'm sorry, didn't you like make gateways in people's bases and cannon rush?
Yeah.
Throughout your career, I mean, didn't you do like the weirdest stuff that we didn't even know Protoss could do? But I think that these guys, I guess with SOS, it's like
he does it with more finesse, though.
Well, he does it being like, I'll still win in the end game with this. Whereas I think Myunchik is like, this game will end in under 10 minutes if I do this. And Gumiho's like, nobody makes 3 Cyclones. Here we go.
Well, I wonder if something like those Cyclone builds are actually going to be good for him, because Myungshik reminds me of, like, he's basically a ninja that has for his weapon a two-handed hammer. Right?
Wow.
It's like, well, he's sneaking around right, but then he has to hit you in the head with a big hammer that crushes your skull. And, like, his moves are so forceful when he actually kills you that I get a little bit nervous about how fancy Gumiho can be at times.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Here's if I can add to that too. I feel like Gumiho is very good against your traditional Protosses. He beats them up pretty bad and ends up in some kind of lead and wins from there. But I don't know if Myunchik is even going to do anything that's traditional to start, and that may kind of lock Gumiho out of the advantages he normally garners in the early game.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be an interesting one. Both these guys could show absolutely anything because it is hard for them to prepare for each other here. If I had to say, like, from Myungshik, it's hard to even say what I want to see out of him because he just kind of always does his own thing and will switch it up on the fly every time. With Gumiho, I feel like I want to see a little bit more going into macro games, kind of like safe openers, get some siege takes and whatnot, because I'm afraid what will happen if he gets a little bit too fancy early on and doesn't have the units to hold something crazy from Myunchik.
The thing about Myunchik is he has his own way of playing, and it's scary because you don't know what it's going to be, but if it works, it ends the game immediately. And he's very crafty. He's definitely that Protoss that has those builds early on that can just take you out. Gumiho is definitely somebody who can win in the late game and knows how to bully the Protoss in the early game, but he's going to have the right read on what Myunchik's doing, or Myunchik could win.
It's totally the case. Who do you predict for this?
I guess based off the interview, maybe Myunchik. I thought it would be 50-50, but it seems like Gumiho is not as confident.
Yeah.
I mean, look at who Myunchik had to take out to get here. I think that's the big tell.
I am feeling Myunchik maybe a little bit favored
like
here.
60% or something.
Like his PBT is just like a really hard thing to prepare for. You need someone like TY to take him out, I think. In this matchup at least. So I'm feeling him a little bit. As far as the map vetoes go, that makes perfect sense. You don't want to play KSS against Gumiho, and of course New Gettysburg. That can be a nightmare in the late game against Protoss.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so no shock with that lockout of New Gettysburg. That's what you always want to get rid of against a Protoss player who knows how to engineer his own strats. Again, the winner between, the winner here has to go on to face off against SOS, and that's a very tall order to beat SOS and anything that's bigger than a best of 3. So let's see what happens. Map number 1 is going to be on Dusk Towers.
Yeah, we see Gumiho has the lead, I guess, head-to-head over Myunchik. I don't think any of that really counts or matters going into today, though. These players completely prepared, looking to get that round of 4.
Tell your friends to join us. We're going to have a great best of 5 coming up. This is Myunchik versus Gumiho. Game number 1 on the map Dusk Towers. Okay, in the upper left, our Protoss player.
SK Telecom T1, Myunchik.
And just 1 thumbs up. SOS had 2 thumbs up in his picture. That's my story, Artosis. That's my cool story, guys.
Yeah, he's half of the Protoss at SOS.
That's right. Half the thumbs at least. In the bottom right, in the red, our Terran player.
MVP Chicken Maru, Gumiho.
So cool to see this guy rise up after being a pro for so long. Getting really deep here and doing so well for his team in Pro League.
Thanks for coming down, dudes. Hope you're enjoying the show. I gotta say, you're completely right with what you were saying, Artosis. That like they really, when you really think about it, Gumiho has been a fixture in StarCraft 2 esports since the beginning.
Yeah.
And he was always exciting to play. I mean, if you heard Gumiho is on, you're like, okay, cool, that'll be fun to watch because he always has good games against pretty much anybody. But now Gumiho is looking like somebody who might even get into a finals.
Yeah, it is a possibility for sure. By the way, crazy stuff already happening, of course. Command Center first from Gumiho. And Myungshik has actually gone for 2 gateways at his ramp. This is actually a build order for PvP that we're watching from him. So kind of cool that he's starting off like this already.
And I don't believe we've had any scouting here from Gumiho. So the fact that he doesn't know this is coming could be really problematic. And it looks like this probe is going over to the left side of the map. Will he make a pylon over here or anything like that?
It seems
like this would be the spot to make it in, right?
Yeah, Reaper on the way, and he's chrono boosting the warp gate research.
Okay, there it is.
Not like a big surprise. I just wonder what this is for.
I think it's a Stargate.
You think so? I mean, it would kind of make sense, but it seems like isn't that like a little bit late for a proxied Stargate on one base?
But the fact that it's late sometimes makes it better because they just dismiss it as a possibility when they don't see it.
Like it's fashionably late.
Yeah, that's right. It's it's fashionably late.
Oh, a Robo.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected. All right, Robo facility. God, it's hard to figure out what this guy is playing in each game.
This is a build he's actually used a lot in the past, so probably. Oh, seeing this probe come from there, Gumiho will find what's going on.
Okay, so he gets that. Now, yeah, you're completely correct, Artosis. However, all right. Oh, my God.
Really?
No, really? Really?
That's kind of surprising.
Really? I can't believe that happened.
Okay, he's going back. He realizes there has to be something up here for the probe to come
Yeah,
in.
okay.
Very, very important that he sees this right now and goes to work on it. Now, I mean, I think this was supposed to obviously be like an Immortal and then like a Warp Prism, right? So just like a super-duper all-in coming up here. And with that pylon, that's 2 add-ons right there, Taste. Stim is being researched.
God, he gets a Warp Prism, yeah.
If he gets Stim, like, are you kidding me?
Ooh. Well, he's going to come in now. Now, this pylon's about to finish. Now, that should be in range at that Tech Lab. So,
yeah. He can't let that die. Like, you cannot have Stim cancel. That's like one of the most deadly things that can happen to a Terran player.
Okay, he's going for it. He knows. Now, we don't have SCDs up here. We don't have any SCDs up here. He needs to repair this. And he does not. Denied. No Stim. And that may mean he just gets flooded with Adepts.
Yeah, it could be. This is a lot of Adepts being warped in right now. He's trying to make a bunker, trying to keep everything out.
Yeah,
oh
well,
my God.
Okay, you know, he just lost the mothership core, which is not good.
I mean, that's pretty good for him, and he has a lot of SCVs up here trying to surround these Adepts.
Is he going to be able to get all the Marines before they can get in there? He's actually targeted this down. Is he going to get the Marauder? GG!
Yeah,
Myungshik
crushing Gumiho in this first game. I like what Gumiho did for a build, but it seems like he didn't react quickly enough to the threat.
Yeah.
And of course, as you said, he didn't really scout.
No.
He didn't even scout what Myungshik was doing. I guess he was assuming, you know, it's Dusk Towers, you're always going to get a quick Nexus. Myungshik, though, had different plans.
So, you don't normally see that build on that map because you do want to get that base up so quickly, but Myungshik turns the tables, does the opposite, says, I bet my opponent's going to get a little bit greedy, and guess what? Gumiho did. This is already a pretty interesting series. Now, you know, when you play against a player like Myungshik, the beginning of the game is kind of like riding on a mechanical bull. You're just basically trying to stay on. You're trying to stay on for as long as possible.
Yeah.
And if you last enough time, then you probably win because Myungshik is not going to have himself set up in any position to be in a healthy mid-game or late game. But, of course, you better be ready. And it seems like Gumiho was not. Myungshik exploiting that. Let's go to game number 2 now on Frozen Temple.
Okay, Frozen Temple. I mean, this is definitely one where we can see a very aggressive opening from Myungshik again.
That's right.
I don't know. Gumiho could do something like that as well, though. I don't think we'll see a Command Center first again.
Get ready, guys. This is game number 2. Myungshik versus Gumiho. The winner goes on to face off against SOS. In the upper left, winning game number 1, he is
SK Telecom T1, Myungshik.
Myunchik looking confident, as usual, in the booth. Tough guy to play against. In the bottom right, it's the Tao Terran.
MVP Chicken Maru, Gumiho.
That's right, the Towel Terran himself. Just go to YouTube and type in Towel Terran, and it will come right up.
You know what he really should do if he wins is take his towel and throw it at some nerd fans.
You know what he should do?
They start to fight over that, like bridesmaids do with the flowers.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
cool. I was gonna say, you know, it's like a towel covered with his sweat, right? And like, I think he should go over and like shove it into Myungshik's mouth and just like hold it in there. I'm just like, oh! It's so gross.
Some nerd in the audience is like, please no, do that to me instead. Okay, so.
Oh, Tasteless with his donut fetishes and his fantasies about the towel.
That's right. I got to see what Myunchik's gonna do this game, because Myunchik definitely mixed it up now. He's getting a quick Nexus. By the way, guys, I know we got a lot of viewers here. We do have another tournament, the sister tournament to this. It's the ASL. I'm trying to think of another term to call it instead of the sister tournament, because I'm starting to sound robotic with that. But we have the ASL. That's the Brood War League. It's going on the same time as the StarCraft 2 League. So if you like watching StarCraft 2, there's no reason why you wouldn't like watching Brood War. Everybody should basically like both these games.
They're the best
two
games.
best, two
Like,
best games that there are.
Literally ever. It's actually so crazy. These are really the modern day equivalents to chess. Like, for sure, the RTS genre is just never going to go away, just like chess has never gone away. And like this is the complicated, awesome, game.
Oh,
it's
speaking of which, the big world championship match for chess is going on in New York right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I think game one already started. I think it was like probably when we were sleeping because it was on New York time. But I'm going to check out the VODs later on tonight.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
So we got a Stargate here after a quick expand.
Yeah, and look at the proxies from Gumiho over there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is actually not a bad build at all from Gumiho.
Yeah, it's going to come
Detection
very
is
quickly.
late. Yeah.
And you know what? If the Oracle's across the map, then suddenly that's going to be really, really rough. But don't forget, he's not going to have a Widow Mine at home to help keep that away.
That's true.
That Oracle away, and that could make it a little bit harder to defend. Thing is, he saw that there was a starport being made, right? The Reaper did see that. Like 99% sure.
Yeah, you might be right. Like, this might come down a little bit to positioning and how quickly the players react to each other. This is not exactly, like they're going to hard counter each other. Both players could take, an insufferable amount of damage if they don't handle this correctly, even if their army isn't in the right spot and isn't controlled well.
Actually, here, without a wall there, we've seen this before from some Protoss players. Oh, this is really cool. But we've seen this from some Protoss players where they bring in the Adepts as well, and they can, like, eat up the mine hit or, like, just help out against Marines. So he's going to have to close this.
Oh, my God. He's going to get to go inside and see what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, now is he paying attention?
Oh, yeah, the mine drop is pretty important.
Oh, hold up.
Oh, that's a huge deal. Looks like the SCV's coming out. Oh, my God. That Oracle's so low. 8 probes going down in the meantime with this draw.
He's not done yet.
And he doesn't have any detection.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, all he has is the Oracle. The Oracle has to come home, and those are 2 different locations, so he needs 100 energy to clear these out.
Now, let's bear in mind as well that the factory and the starport are not at home. I don't know if Myunchik wants to try to tilt this into his favor by attacking in over here, but he's continuing to lose probes, now 11. I don't know if Myunchik can really recover that easily from this.
This is a terrible situation for him right now. In fact, I guess he got down there and scouted what was going on. That
yep.
Look at this, 11 probes killed. Still hasn't removed either Widow Mine. There's Proxy Tech. He's moving across the map. Myunchik is like almost dead already.
I think Gumiho's about to kill him right here.
Yeah.
Turret here in Liberator. Yes, please.
Oh, man. These Adepts are super duper dead.
And he takes, that's it, GG. Wow. Okay.
Right.
Now that was how Gumiho likes to win, man. getting into your face. He out-controls you. And that was a smart move, even making that turret over there.
Yeah.
Saying, I'm going to do a hard push right into this expansion. You can't even mine right now. There's no way you're going to have the resources to stop this. Guys, we're tied up 1-1.
Yeah.
This has been a fantastic series so far.
I like how it's going. Like, both players kind of playing into their image, doing some cheesy stuff, really out there strategies, and both of them winning. Whoever's the most aggressive so far has been the victor.
Yeah, it's whoever gets the first few punches off, combos that, and do a victory right away.
Yeah, they juggle them right into the end.
That's right. It's like Mortal Kombat, man. He uppercuts him, and then he kicks off the screen, comes around the other side, and kicks him there, too. Myunchik's trying to fight back. We got that bicycle kick. I forget what Street Fighter character's doing that.
Yeah, that was Liu Kang, right?
Liu Kang, that's right, yeah.
And then Goro comes in with his 4 arms. It's actually TY. That's why he can multitask so well.
That's right. People are like, is that really fair? 4 arms on a keyboard?
All right. GSL Rakshir. One of our maps that gets played much less than others, so I guess these players can excel here, I would say.
But if Goro did play StarCraft, you have to remember that he doesn't have 5 fingers on each hand. He only has 3. He's got a thumb. Yeah, he's got like Ninja Turtle hands or whatever.
So, but hold on, that's 4 times 3. That's 12 fingers. So he's still like a little bit
They're
ahead.
fat fingers, though.
They are. You have to have a big keyboard.
That's right. We'll look into that, guys. For now, this is game number 3, Myunchik versus Gumiho.
Oh my God, I just figured something out. But you go ahead and introduce these guys.
Okay, in the bottom right, in the blue.
SK Telecom T1, Myunchik.
Quick, Tasteless. Come on, the next guy already.
In the upper left, in the red, he is.
MVP Chicken Maru, Gumiho.
Okay, so going back to what you said about Goro only having like Ninja Turtle hands, like 3 fingers on every hand.
That's right.
If he played StarCraft, he'd have to play with an Apple mouse because he can only hit 1 button because he has to hold the sides of the mouse with his 2 of his fingers and he only has 1 finger left.
Oh my God, you're right.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow. I didn't even think about that.
Can you even play games with an Apple mouse?
I think the answer is no, but
yeah, probably not. Or he could have 2 mice, 1 with each button. And imagine having 2 mouse cursors on the screen, what that would look like. That'd be crazy.
That would be madness.
2 control groups moving.
Wow. I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah, there you go.
You ever play those new Mortal Kombats? I have not actually touched them. I heard they're not bad, though.
Yeah.
But I have no idea.
No, I'm much more of a Street Fighter guy.
Yeah, same. So we have the Nexus starting up here. Myunchik, once again, going to try to do something involving fast expanding. Now, we also see that Gumiho is going to get a quick command center here as well. This game might be the first normal game we've seen.
It could be. I'm going to bet it's not going to be. I think there's going to be something crazy that comes up very, very soon here. Not sure from which side, but Myunchik really does like very powerful plays, very powerful moves, so wouldn't be surprised if he gets aggressive in this game. Maybe throw down a Twilight or something, BT drop.
So we have another barracks starting over here.
Oh, I wonder if this... Okay, he might start a 3rd barracks as well. This is like a...
Yep.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
This is a build that's pretty popular right now. It just gets you like a lot of bio out. And this is the type of strategy I would like to see against Myunchik, just because when you have this many units, he's not going to be able to finish you with some of the stuff he sometimes does, like a big warp prism with a depth push or something like that. Like, you're going to have enough units that you have some wiggle room against anything he does.
Well, the thing about Myunchik's builds especially is they usually catch you while you're in the middle of trying to tech to something.
Yeah.
Like, you just sort of don't have enough for him when he hits you with everything.
But if he attacks you at the joints.
Yeah. And it's like with doing the build that Gumiho has, he just sort of has that bulk there to fight that head on. Now, let's say Myunchik doesn't do anything too crazy, then I guess Myunchik might be able to get in the lead. But just judging from the Stargate here, I think we should have an Oracle next.
Yeah.
And I think that, honestly, if he has enough Marines, he just shoots down the Oracle, no problem.
Certainly. You know, if he has his Marines spread correctly, you're not going to really get damage done with that Oracle. You get a little bit, of course. Like, an Oracle will always get damage done unless you do something like fly into a Widow Mine or there's a Cyclone sitting there waiting for you. So we'll see what he can actually get done with it. He's not getting very much scouting intel done so far. You know, shading up, seeing what he can see, but it's just, you know, all he sees is Marines and like a reactor. That could be any build.
Oh, good play. Good play. Got in here. Doesn't see the Stargate yet, though. But I guess he's going to just kill it with the Oracle. And it should go down. There we are.
Okay, and you know, this is like a funny thing. Like, you want to get across the map with your Oracle as quickly as possible and whatnot, but I've really enjoyed seeing Protoss players sometimes use the Oracle a little bit more defensively lately because Terrans are so good at blocking it.
Well, I think what the Oracle player wants to do from here is start tagging clumps of Marines and trying to see where the movement is.
Yeah, oh, definitely, I would agree. Like, go in, poke, see if you can get any kills, and then just use it for scouting intel for the rest of the game. And that's what a great way to use that. I really do like as well when you see a good stasis ward here or there. Those can really swing battles in your favor.
Not to mention, the Oracle, of course, causes enough of a threat for the Terran that Terran has to stay back at home and wait, and you can see he's getting stim now. That does give an opening for Myunshik to take a third base, but you know Gumiho, man, he likes to pick his fights in the middle of the map. Maybe Gumiho can come out here and really do some serious damage to his opponent, especially now that Stim's about to finish up.
Yeah.
Maybe he can take out some important units. Whoa, what is this, Brood War? There's 4 idle workers there?
Ooh, that's a big mistake right there.
That's actually an alarming thing to see.
Look at this. The Oracle actually finding some good damage there, killing a couple SCVs and forcing cancels on those depots, and then getting a couple Marines